What's up, YouTube? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about how to get a business line of credit with bad credit, and if you have an LLC. And the reason that I want to make this video, because the majority of my audience, they probably already have an LLC, okay? Although I don't like LLCs, they have them anyway, so, and they're making money in them. So, and I do encourage you, don't dissolve your LLC to switch over. I always tell you to add on another corporation, but don't dissolve your existing LLC. But for those of you that's trying to raise capital and stuff, one of the things about it, I made the video about how to get a loan for an LLC. Well, today we're actually going to be talking about how to get a business line of credit for your LLC, okay? And so I hope that this video helps you, because I think it's some good information that really going to help you make it easier for you to get funding, okay? Now, one of the things that I always tell you, whether you're running a pass-through company as a DBA, a S-Corp, LLC, or C-Corp, one of the things I always tell you, you should have at least one of these financial institutions. You can have multiple banks with your LLC, but I always tell people, make sure that you have one of these financial institutions included. The reason is because they report to the business credit bureaus. And if you look on this chart, you will see the most important business credit bureau there is Small Business Financial Exchange, okay? That's very important, because with the Small Business Financial Exchange, they're the ones that collect the data and they share it with Dun & Bradstreet. I know a lot of you guys may be worried about a Dun & Bradstreet number or a paydex score, and the reality of you can definitely eliminate Dun & Bradstreet in order to get funding. Now, I'm not saying that they're not necessary for some of you guys' businesses, but like net 30s and stuff like that, I would not put them as a priority. One of the things that I would make a priority is making sure I have one of these financial institutions and making sure that I have weekly deposits, because that will grow your business credit funding much faster than any net 30 or DUNS number, okay? That being said, let's look at some of these companies. Now, Divi. Now, Divi is a great company. A lot of people have been approved by them, and some people that have tried to attempt to go through Divi to get funding and stuff, they did not qualify them for the instant line of credit. However, they did offer them the Business Credit Builder program. And here's the reason why I continue to tell people. If Divi offers you the Business Credit Builder program, I would encourage you to take it. Because to think about it, even though it's like a secured line of credit, business line of credit, but you put your money on and you use it, but they report to the Small Business Financial Exchange, okay? And so the Small Business Financial Exchange, they distribute that financial information to other business credit bureaus, which puts you in a better position so that you're able to get larger lines of credit, loans, and credit cards as well, okay? Now, understanding they are FICO 9, so it's not a hard pull on your personal credit, okay? So that's one of the good things about it. No annual fees. And they have a rewards point system. But the main thing about it is they report to Small Business Financial Exchange. So if you're an LLC and you don't know what your business credit score is and things like that, there's a link in the description that you can actually join a system, and it actually will give you access to all of that data, so you will know exactly where you stand with your business credit, okay? Then you have McKenzie Capital. McKenzie Capital is one of those very flexible companies. You have to be in business at least 3 months. You have to be making at least $5,000 a month. Okay. You have to have a working bank account and no personal guarantee. which is awesome because, again, by people having challenging credit and stuff, because they maxed out their cards to get the business going. They use their credit cards to buy more supplies for advertising and stuff. So they're not really familiar with business credit. So these type of financial institutions know that you have an LLC, but you don't have the business credit. They're looking at the bank statements and financial statements in order to help you get qualified for funding. All right. Then you have Rapid Finance. Now, Rapid Finance is also an interesting one because their loans go from $5,000 up to $5 million. You can have a 500 credit score, 3 months in business. Revenue monthly should be at least $5,000. Okay. Then you have Headway Capital. Now, Headway Capital, they state that they're just as flexible as the other companies for us when it comes to lending. Their loans go from $5,000 to $100,000. You have to have at least a 550 credit score, 12 months in business. But so average, they say you should be making at least $50,000 a year in your business. I left out the R on year, but so that breaks down to maybe about $4,200 just to be safe, $4,200 a month. But again, they're looking at the performance of the business. That's the reason I tell you guys, when you open up your business bank account, at least make sure that you're having weekly deposits and stuff like that. Because that activity reports to the business credit bureaus. Now, in terms of weekly deposits, I know a lot of people, well, how much should I be depositing? I always tell you, do as much as you can, all right? As long as it's daily or weekly. So if you're driving for Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, doing Instacart or something like that, when you're cashing out, I always tell people, and if you have challenges with understanding this, set the corporation up correctly, then open up a business account with PayPal, and then one of those major banks that I just showed you. So you want to, when you cash out either daily or weekly, or however you cash out, doing those independent contracting and stuff like that, transfer the money over to PayPal and then over to your regular business bank account. The reason is because those PayPal documentations, not only will PayPal loan you money, but companies like this, when they see that you actually have real transactions going on, they will be able to position. So you're able to raise capital 3 ways: from PayPal business capital, then you're able to raise money from these type of lenders here, as well as using those same financial statements and raising money from your banks. So that's the reason that I try to put you all in that strategy. That way you always able to position yourself to where you're raising money. Okay. Now here's the thing about it. Headway Capital loans money to all states. However, they're restricted with District of Columbia, as well as District of Columbia, but they don't lend in Connecticut, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, North Dakota, Rhode Island, South Dakota, and Vermont. Okay, but that's okay because you have those other lenders that you're able to reach out to raise capital as well. Okay, now their loans, their lines of credit go from 12, 18 to 24 months. Their monthly interest rates is 3.3 up to 6.6. And yes, they do a hard credit check. All right. But here's the key. When they do that hard credit check, because it's an actual business account, you can challenge that hard inquiry. Okay. So just a little side note about that. Now, say that you're generating at least $30,000 a year and you've been in business at least 1 year, okay? Or you can be in business at least less than 1 year, but you're generating at least $30,000. So if you've been in business just 3 months and you done generated $30,000, then Capital One Tap probably be one of the ones. Now here's the thing about it. Capital One Tap, they will approve you, okay? So it's no impact on the credit score. They will approve you, but maybe about as they're in the process of approving, if those numbers look funny with them when you give them access to your banking information, they may ask for bank statements and invoices. Okay, so just be on the lookout, because a lot of people have applied for them. They gave them the money, then they came back and said, we looked at the documents and stuff. Can we see some invoices? So again, that's the reason I said having a good paper trail by transferring money. Like I said, if you're with Uber, Lyft, DoorDash and stuff, where you're able to cash out every day or whatever, transferring that money over to PayPal and then over to your business bank account. So you have multiple paper trail to where it proves that, hey, I am a legitimate business. All right. Now, for you guys that are still struggling, trying to raise funding for personal credit, business credit, or you just need one-on-one consultation, click the link in the description. Schedule one-on-one consultation. Okay, so this is Houston with three-way funding. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment.